So let's welcome His Grace Sudama Prabhuji here with the loud Hare Krishna Maha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Short introduction of both Prabhuji. He began his professional career working for over a decade with two reputed international companies based in Pune, Mother and Flat, and Alpha and Yellow, 1992 during this time, when the corporate world came into the association of this case, Shyam Prabhu, and soon began to study with the this case. 1993, he dedicated himself to the path of devotion service by joining as a full-time profession at Sri Radha Gopinath Mandir, Chowra, Mumbai. His service journey, initial 5 years actively engaged in book distribution through traveling bus parties across India. Next 5 years served as assistant at Puja in the personal service of the Lordship, Sri Radha Gopinathji. Past 20 plus years ongoing, still ongoing, extensively traveling and conducting seminars and discourses across India and abroad. Srimad Bhagavatam Kathas, 48 seminars on foundation of Bhagavatam service, Vaishnava Path, loving Vaishnava relationship, the art of mind control, and other fundamental topics that support devotees in deeply Maya and graduating harmonious Vaishnava relationships. He has been conducting these sessions across his networks, but Virishas, Namakatas, village programs, or programs and youth forums. Internationally, he has had the honor of serving in Abu Dhabi and Sarjan, Dubai, Mauritius, South Africa, Durban, Vietnam, Johannesburg, Malaysia. Thanks, Tony, for coming to us. So this is our congregation. So let's welcome again by saying Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Om Agyanadivasya Pranajanaślaya Chakshurabhishadeva Prasya Srivaya Dukhandavati Vacharam Pamavati Bhumityanandasya Bhutavadesya Sambhava Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama,
So thank you very much all of you for inviting me for the first time to this center. This is my great fortune to serve all of you. So today's topic is how many of you are chanting? How many chanting? All are devotees? Not so newcomers, no? All are chanting. So for devotees, there is special topic today. Inattention. Okay? So the topic name is our misfortune stems from inattention. What? Misfortune stems from inattention. Because Krishna wants only two things from you, your heart and your attention. दिल दिया है जान नहीं ध्यान देंगे हे भगवान तेरे then we are going to become able from our body, senses, mind. So, what is really independence? To declare our dependence on Krishna as far as real independence. That contradictory words here in this time. Declaring our dependence on Krishna. Dependence and independence, contradictory words. That is the beauty of this process. Because we are completely dependent on this material world. Because the whole material world has captured our attention. हर जगह ध्यान खींचा जा रहा है. You go to the railway station, what is the announcement? कृपया ध्यान दीजिए. You go to the airport, may I have your attention, please. If you sitting in the aeroplane, the air hostess says, put off mobile, switch off mobile, and give complete attention to me. And some men give too much attention. You go to office, boss says, do work attentively. ध्यानपूर्वक काम कीजिए तो आपकी नौकरी खतरे में. घर आते हैं तो पति कहते हैं आज कम से कम संडे है, सैटरडे है, घर पे ध्यान दो. हरे कृष्णा कहाँ जाए? बच्चों पे ध्यान दो, मुझ पे ध्यान दो. So, whole creation is after your attention. What Krishna wants, Maya wants. Krishna Bhuviyaju, Bhagavan Chakare, Maya. She captures your attention. So, the more we pay attention on Krishna's holy name, Krishna's Katha, Krishna's services, the more we can give VRS to Maya. VRS means voluntary. And then we can engage ourselves in Krishna's service. So the main thing Krishna wants is your attention, your mind. दिल दिया है ध्यान देंगे हे भगवान. So why attention is so much required? Because attention to small details is a sign of love. So love takes birth from paying attention to small details. And we are in search of love. जीवात्मा एक ही चीज की तलाश है, शाश्वत प्रेम और. So the search of happiness ends when you pay attention to small details. Just like Kartal is falling on the floor. What do you have to do? You have to pay attention because it is related to Krishna. You do a small thing, the things which help to glorify Krishna are called as what? Tariya. English is called as what? Paraphernalia. Paraphernalia क्यों कहते हैं? क्योंकि भगवान को बहुत प्यारा है, इसलिए क्या कहते हैं? Paraphernalia. So just like I have come to this center, I have और मैंने जूते चप्पल बाहर निकाल दिए. Take my shoes outside and enter the hall. You are coming behind me. What you see? As soon as I enter this temple hall, a dog comes and start biting my chappals. So if you love, what you are going to do? Even though chappal is a small thing, attention to small details is the sign of love. Even though chappal or juta is small thing. But if you really love me, what you do? What you are going to do? You drive away the dog. अगर प्रेम है तो कुत्ते को भगाओगे, प्रेम नहीं तो क्या करोगे? मन में विचार करोगे That is a classical example of attention to small details is a sign of. इसलिए जो भी भगवान के संबंध में चीज है, करतार हो, मंगल हो, तुलसी का पत्ता हो, भगवान की प्रसादी माला हो, anything in relation to Krishna, you carelessly by paying attention to small things, and that brings love in your life. So the punchline is attention to small details is a sign of love. So Prabhupada asks how much attention we should be paying on hearing and chanting, because this thing is going to take you from this material world. अगर एक भौतिक शब्द आपको भौतिक जगत में खींच कर लाया है तो spiritual vibration, transcendental vibration, how much potency is there? So you have to pay utmost attention. Because in this material world, no work or no job, you can be successful without paying attention. Without attention, you are not going to get result in any work. कोई भी कार्य में अगर ध्यान नहीं करें तो आपको कभी भी सफलता नहीं मिलेगी. Just like you are crossing the railway line, if you are not attentive, what happens? Ram Nam Satya. You are working on this machine. If you are not attentive, you will lose hands and legs. If you are answering the question paper, you are not attentive while writing on answer sheet, what you are going to get? Big andas on every page. So Prabhupada says, how much attention you have to pay, the thing which is going to take you out of this particular, you should be paying utmost attention. That's why, even though bhakti is what, it has got two features, Vaishakya and Shuddha. Shuddha means all auspicious, but still, why Bhakti is saying our misfortune stems from inattention. That is a topic today. What is the reason? They said, attention to small details is a sign of love. And we are in search of love, true love. So that love can be experienced by paying attention to things in relation to Krishna. Just like saying goes, if you love me, love my dog. Similarly, whatever is related to Krishna, if you take care slowly, that love is going to manifest in your heart. That's why we have to pay utmost attention. Attention and heart is like daily sampradaya. So, it is compared to Sudama. And everyone and everything of this world is kidnapping our spiritual treasure called as Sudama. Heart and attention is captured by whole material world. Krishna Bhuvya Jiva Bhagavan Chakare Vikarastamaya. So, spiritual life means when you come in the association of devotees, 1 hour for Bhagavatam, 2 hours for chanting, at least for 3 hours you have to become Hanuman. There is no other choice. Bajrangbali told the Dushman. Why we have to become Hanuman? Because Hanuman is the epitome of serenity. Now in the bhakti, in Das Bhav, who is on the top? Hanuman ji सेवा के मूर्ति को सुन, दास के मूर्ति को सुन. And we have come to this spiritual life to become das. What is the swarup of Jiva? Jivera स्वरूप हुए कृष्ण दास. If you want to become das, then you have to follow in the footsteps of. Because Hanuman means if you want das. So what is the beauty of Hanumanji? He not only found out Sita who was kidnapped by Ravana. So whoever is kidnapping your attention heart as compared to Ravana. And at least 3 hours, 1 hour in Bhagavatam, 2 hours in chanting, you have to find out who all have captured your attention. Right? To Vishan Pumsa, Sargastre Shudhira. First duty, first and foremost duty is to find out who all have captured your attention, your heart. After finding out what Hanuman is doing, done. He has engaged again after finding out Sita in service of the Lord. Then you are going to become Das. So our utmost duty is spiritual is find out which things, which persons have captured your attention, and at least after finding out, bring that attention on Krishna. Engage that Devi Sampati again in Krishna service. Then you are going to become servant. So in order to become servant, you have to first become master of the masters. In order to become servant, you have to become master of masters. What question is like? Again, contradictory words are there. In order to become servant, you have to become master of who? Masters. Who are the masters in the conditioned life? Senses. Rushikesha, Sevanam Bhakti. That is the meaning. Unless and until you master, you control and engage those masters, ungrateful masters, Kama Dina Katipai, what emotion is this? These are the most ungrateful masters. They never ever give leave, holiday. Especially on Sunday, they demand more time. That is the meaning of Kama Dina Katipai. So, the more earlier you control them, become master of the senses, mind, and engage these senses in the master of the senses. Rushikesh is not name of any person or place. Rushikesh means it's Krishna's name. Rushi यानी इंद्रिया, ईश यानी स्वामी. इन इंद्रियों के स्वामी की सेवा में इन इंद्रियों को लगाते हैं तो हम दास हैं. So definition of das is servant is in order to become servant, you have to become master of masters. And then opportunity is given 1 hour in Bhagavatam, 2 hours in. The more earlier you bring the mind in control and engage in this 16 words attentively. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So what are the consequences of inattention? सबसे बड़ा धोखा क्या है? ध्यान में देने से क्या होगा? नजर हटी, दुर्घटना. So inattention means what? What is the real meaning of inattention? Literal meaning. Inattention का मतलब कैसे ही होता है? Short notice. No focus. What is literal meaning? The word itself, the meaning is what? Inattention का मतलब है inattention. What is the meaning? हमेशा टेंशन करो. तो भक्त को टेंशन नहीं लेना है, टेंशन देना है, वो भी भगवान को. इसलिए काजू टू गो if tomorrow evening before sunset, if I don't kill Ashwatthama, I will enter टेंशन किसका बढ़े? आदमी को खराटे मारो, खाओ पराठे मारो खराटे. You are sleeping, intent, snoring, putting on कंबल. भगवान ने कंबल हटे कहा और कंबल मंगल कंबल होकर तो बता दे इसको कुछ तो पूरे प्रतिदिन मैं तुम्हारा काउंसलर हूँ, स्पिरिचुअल गाइड हूँ, मैं गुरु हूँ, बिना मुझे बताए तुमने ये प्रतिज्ञा कैसे की? What you said before beginning this war, you have said in Gita, Name Bhaktya. So it is not my tension, it's your tension. So devotee gives tension to Krishna. You are not capable of taking that tension. Our duty is not to become Chitta or not to do Chitta. Our duty is only doing Chintan, attentively. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
because in Gita, Sir Krishna says, जिनकी चिंता तू करता वही तेरी चिंता बनाए. जिनकी चिंता में तू जलता वही तेरी चिंता बनाएगी. For whom we take so much anxiety, tension, ultimately those people are going to make you into चिंता. So why you are doing tension? और सबसे बड़ा टेंशन क्या है? चार लोग क्या कहेंगे, समाज के लोग क्या कहेंगे, रिश्तेदार क्या कहेंगे, ऑफिस में चार लोग क्या कहेंगे. तो भगवान कहते उल्लू के पत्ते लोगों के सरकार चार लोग क्या कहेंगे? राम नाम है. कोई चॉइस चार लोगों को जो आपको कंधे पे लेके जा रहे हैं. और देन देयर इज नो चॉइस, दे हैव टू से ओनली दिस लाइन राम नाम. Because you have not chanted attentively, you have to chant Ram Naam. We have chanted attentively. There was no need of chanting Ram Naam Sir. There is no ritual of chanting Ram Naam Sir. When you take the body to crematorium, they don't chant Ram Naam Sir. They chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So Krishna is told specifically. आपके जीवन का उद्देश्य क्या है? The purpose of the life is not to do so much चिंता और become चिंता. What is the difference between चिंता and चिंता? A small beauty. It's not the difference. चिंता में वो small beauty नहीं होती, चिंता में small beauty होती. So there is a gulf of difference between चिंता and चिंता. चिंता का मतलब है जीवन में एक बार होती है, only once, because the wood is very costly. Second thing is you don't get dead bodies. मुर्दे भाड़े पे नहीं मिलते, समझ गए? और कोरोना में मुर्दे घर वाले भी नहीं ले रहे, सरकार जला रही. So चिता means when you are put on that fire, this called चिता. But what is the meaning of चिता? Every second, every moment, she is burning from you inside. You will become a dead body. चिंता का मतलब है हर क्षण जलाते हैं जब तक आप मुर्दा नहीं होते. इसलिए मनुष्य जीवन है चिंता करने के लिए नहीं, चिंता बनने के लिए नहीं, ध्यान पूर्वक चिंतन करने के लिए. हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम. So why there is so much tension? Because we are not paying attention. We have to bring the mind again and again in present. Because Krishna values not future, not past. Past is history, future is mystery. But present is God in your heart. The one who values present One who enjoys present by giving present to Krishna is real devotee. So you have to learn the art of living in the present. In outside world, there are so many institutes called as art of living. But this one is what? Art of living in the present. So inattention means we should not be absent-minded. What is the meaning of absent? 9.13 says, what is the meaning of absent? Absent का मतलब है आप साधु नहीं बन पाओगे, अब सेठ नहीं बन पाओगे. महात्मा सुपार्थम दैनिक प्रकृति. महात्मा में साधु, साधु का मतलब क्या है? सेठ. अब सेठ नहीं बन पाओगे, इसमें ध्यान देना आवश्यक है. कितने लोग समझ रहे हैं? तो साधु बनना है, महात्मा बनना है. साधु महात्मा is not a rubber stamp. We have made a rubber stamp. Especially Indians have made this rubber stamp. Mahatma Phule, Mahatma Gandhi. इसकी बात का क्या रहता है? But here Mahatma means one who pays attention, 100% attention. Focused. We call it Krishna's name. Hearing Krishna Katha is real Mahatma. Because when you come to spiritual life to become fortunate, more fortunate, most fortunate. Who is fortunate? Brahman, Radhite, Kon, Bhagyavan, Jiva. Bhagyavan is fortunate. So, traversing through 84 lakh species, so many Brahmanas or Bhagyas rising. That's why Brahman, Radhite, Kon, Bhagyavan. So, this is fortunate. Who is more fortunate? Who has taken shelter of spiritual master is more fortunate. जन्मे जन्मे सभी माता पिता पाए, गुरु न पाए. In every species of life, you have gotten all relations, but one relation was lacking. That's why you are traversing like that, dogs and cats. What is the relationship? Relationship with Sadguru. And one who takes shelter of spiritual master is more fortunate. And who is most fortunate? Who 100% pays attention on instruction of spiritual master by hearing at least one lecture every day. He is most fortunate. So 3 levels of fortune. Fortunate, more fortunate, and most fortunate. Because paying attention is contemplating, meditating, deliberating, pondering. So many words. And trying to avoid the instruction of spiritual masters. Guru Mukha Parmu Vakya Chitite Riyat. Website Rupa says, I made my mission, life mission state, to take seriously, attentively, the first instruction was this was. The first instruction was given to Sri Prabhupada, which year? 1922. You are such a learned person, why can't you teach this concept of Krishna consciousness in the English language abroad? That was the first instruction. 1922, he got. And in which year he actually put his life? This instruction? 66. So Mahabhagavata, pure devotee who came on the instruction of Krishna, he took 44 years. तो हम किस खेत की बोली है? Because we are not paying attention. It took 44 years to contemplate, meditate, ponder, deliberate, and imbibe their instruction by paying full attention. Guru Mukha Parvakya Chitite. Then he constructed or built an empire called ISKCON. That was the power of paying attention and the instruction of his spiritual master. Then Krishna is pleased. Yasya prasada bhavad prasado yasya prasada. What we take while taking initiation? How many are initiated here? क्या वचन देते गुरु? 1 करोड़ मंदिर बनाऊंगा, 10 करोड़ किताब रखूंगा, 100 गौशाला खोलूंगा, क्या वचन? I will try to chant attentively 16 malas on my feet. 16 माला का ध्यान पूर्वक जप करने का प्रयास करूं, कोशिश करूं। तो हर रोज उठने के बाद applicating from the bed, while seeing our program in the mirror, we have to remind this instruction ourselves. गुरु महाराज को जो वचन दिया है वो याद करना अनिवार्य जप करने से। Whether I am following this instruction attentively or not. क्या प्रश्न करना है? कोशिश जारी है क्या जा रही है? प्रश्न क्या करना है? कोशिश जारी है। जारी means whether I am continuing to struggle to follow this instruction or whether I have given up this instruction. That decides the destination future. That's why spiritual master is very dear to Krishna. He is also paraphernalia. बहुत प्यारे हैं. He is represented Krishna. So you have to pay attention to his instructions. Prabhupada took 44 years. Dedicated life by putting 100% attention in meditating, contemplating, pondering, deliberating the instructions of Krishna. Their success is sure. Therefore, paying attention is very important. So if you don't pay attention in the beginning, it is like snowball effect. It is what? Effect called snowball effect. How many understand the word snowball effect? What is the meaning of snowball effect? हाँ, जैसे आप हिमालय के सामने खड़े हैं, you are standing right in front of Himalaya. The small, a small piece of ice ball is coming down from the peak of the Himalaya. So you dare to stand in front of it out of ahankara, out of ego. What this small ball of ice is going to do? ये मेरा क्या बिगाड़ेगा? ये सोचकर उसके सामने खड़े हो गए तो जब नीचे आएगा आपको दफना के आगे चला गया. So from where the power came in this ice ball? In the beginning it was very small ice ball. That is the feeling of a devotee if they are not paying attention. एक छोटा सा चीज है, ध्यान देने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ध्यान न देने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But just like the small ice ball has the capacity, power to bury you underneath. Because when it's coming down, he is rolling whole family along with him. अपने परिवार के साथ आ रहे हो. और छोटा बर्फ का टुकड़ा लेगा, बर्फ का पहाड़ बनेगा और सामने खड़े होंगे तब कुछ दफना के सामने. So this concept is called as snowball effect. What is called as? ऐसे कई भक्तों को, कई ब्रह्मचारी, कई गृहस्थ, कई सन्यासियों को दफना के चला गया है. दिखाई नहीं पड़ते, पूछना पड़ता है कहाँ गए वो लोग. नहीं, why? Because very lack in paying attention. You are not able to understand the power of inattention. Snowball effect. So the saying was in English, water outside makes it flow. The क्या कहते हैं जहाज को? Ship, boat or ship. As long as the water is outside, it's very nice because that makes boat or ship flow. Because water is outside. But the same water can drown, sink the same ship or boat even if it's Titanic. What is the difference? Because the water has entered the sheep now. That is going to sink the sheep slowly but surely. But the question is, what is the difference? Water outside makes it float, water inside makes it sink. What is the difference? A small hole, which was neglected in the beginning. And he was rowing the boat with full speed. And that small hole doesn't remain small because you are rowing with full speed because of the current that is going to become bigger and bigger. This is called as snowball effect. Understood? So our body is compared to that ship, boat like Titanic, and that is going to drown in the passage of time. There's a question of time only if you are neglecting a small hole for as attention, inattention. और फिर से बहुत सारे में आप ढूंढने वाले हो तुम्हारा पिछला नाम that is the power of inattention. So don't neglect because it has got snowball effect. इतने जल्दी समझ में नहीं आएगा 10-15 साल के बाद after 10-15 years people will respond. They give up chanting, they give up spiritual master. Why? Because in the beginning they were not attentive. They took very casually. Casual का मतलब है casuality. Understand? Casual का मतलब है नजर हटी और जितने भी गए हैं वापस में आए. क्यों? Because inattention gives birth to two deadly children, aparadha and anartha. So inattention is called as Janani, mother of all offenses, mother of all anarthas. Is inattention. So don't play with fire. Understood? Very badly. So pay full attention on hearing and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Just like a material example, a pregnant lady on first day, first week, first month, even she don't know she's pregnant. But with the passage of time, even she wants to hide her pregnancy, her stomach, she can't hide it. The same thing happens in spiritual life. 10-15 साल तक पता नहीं चलता कि हम पुरुष होकर भी क्या है प्रेग्नेंट. पुरुष के भी प्रेग्नेंट होते हैं लेकिन भक्ति में ये दो बच्चों को हम जन्म दे रहे हैं. इसके कारण माँ कौन है? Such a baby. जब पुरुष प्रेग्नेंट होता है तो वो कैसे दिखे? इसलिए इस्लाम में लोग मुंह दिखाने के लिए आते हैं. जो गए हैं वापस नहीं, जब भगवान ने बोला करते ऐसे चले गए. ये आदमी उसके गर्भ में, उसके पेट में अगर दो बच्चे जन्म ले रहे हैं तो क्या मुंह दिखाएगा? इसलिए जो चले जाते हैं वापस नहीं आते, उनको बहुत शर्म लगती है. They are not shameful of themselves. So that thing happens slowly but surely. If you are not paying attention or hearing and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Third example, Prabhuji के धोती में एक छोटा छेद. बताओ example में. A small hole in dhoti. He neglects for 1 day, 1 week, 2 months, 6 months. What happens? After 6 months, the small hole in dhoti doesn't become small. It becomes so big that the dhoti can go through the hole. That's why the saying goes in English, stitch in time, saves time. That's why the speaking is very important topic. Only one thing is going to throw you away from spiritual life. भगवान आपको भक्ति से बाहर नहीं फेंकेंगे। भगवान को वचन है कम ना ज्यादा है भगवान को आता नेहा विक्रमणा शोस्ति प्रत्यवायो में विद्यते। Then who is throwing you away from the association? भक्ति से बाहर कौन फेंक रहा है? Inattention. Because inattention is like mother, she gives birth to two children and these two children are very lucky. वो बड़े प्रेम से क्या करेंगे? अपराध आपके दोनों हाथ पकड़ेगा, अनर्थ आपके दोनों पैर पकड़ेंगे, आपको झुलाते हुए झूला लगा करके भक्ति के बॉर्डर से बाहर फेंकेंगे। That is the only reason why you are thrown away from bhakti. Because two children, one children catch hold of your two hands, another children, another thumb, catch hold of you. And while swinging, making you into Zulala, they throw you away out of the fence. This is today क्या कहते हैं off fence क्या कहते हैं fence के बाहर फेंकने वाले दो ही है offense or violence. And they are given birth by mother called as inattention. That is the main explanation of our misfortune stems from inattention. Inattentive chanting is an invitation for self-destruction. Next point. Next point slide. It comes in Japa Reform book written by His Holiness Sudama. Inattentive chanting is an invitation for self-destruction. A sure recipe for spiritual failure. So we have to be very, very careful. So the more you pay attention, the more you are going to attract attention of Krishna. There is no power to attract or attract. Krishna is called as all attract. Nothing of this particular word, nothing, no person can attract or attract. But one power is there in the Jivatma. That is paying attention. By paying attention, you can attract. This formula is given by Sudama in Bhagavatam. Our constant loving endeavor is going to attract all of them. Constant loving endeavor means paying attention to that person. So, this formula you can understand by paying 100% on Krishna's personal service. That's why Yashodama is teaching us lesson. Unfortunately, to save the will, I removed the attention from Krishna by feeding him. And he created chaos in my house. 1 किलो दूध बचाने के लिए पूरे घर का दूध बर्बाद कर दिया। ऐसे भौतिक जगत चीज पे ध्यान देकर छोटी सी भौतिक जगत की चीज पे ध्यान देकर अपना स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ बर्बाद मत करो। That is the greatest lesson from Bhagavatam. Why? Because we are also feeding Krishna. Usually when we sit for chanting, with folded legs, we take wheel bag and put that wheel bag in your lap. So taking that wheel bag and putting in your lap is called, compared to taking Krishna, Gopal in your lap and start feeding, which will Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. इसलिए भगवान करे जब ध्यान हटाओगे तो मैंने माँ को नहीं छोड़ा तुम किस खेत की मिली हो समझिए I even didn't spare my own mother whom I love so much because she was not attentive in feeding me. She went to save 1 liter of milk. Because of her 1999 yugas, I get chance to climb up the lap of Mother Yashoda. And my position is like a Chataka bird. Krishna's position is compared to Rajiv Goswami Chataka bird. The milk flowing or dripping from the Yashoda's breast are compared to the drops from Swati Nakshatra. What is the specialty of Chataka? Chataka what? He never ever touches the drops which has touched the earth. आपका टैप का पानी, टंकी का पानी, बकेट का पानी, नाले का पानी, नदी का पानी, सागर का पानी, किसी को he may give his life out of thirst. वो प्रयाण को त्याग सकता है प्यासा होने के कारण, लेकिन किसी पानी को स्पर्श नहीं, because he is waiting for the drops which are going to be showered from the clouds. उन बादलों की राह देखता है बरसात के मौसम में, जब स्वाति नक्षत्र में कब है बादलों से एक एक बूंद. ऐसे गोपाल भावना is that after 1999, क्योंकि ब्रह्मा का युग क्या है 1000 दिव्य युगास. What is दिव्य युग? 4 युगास together becomes दिव्य युग. So दिन के 1000 दिव्य युग और रात के 1000 दिव्य युग, ब्रह्मास 2 युग. So in one दिव्य युग Krishna comes in daytime. So 2000 minus 1, how much? 1999. That Laulam is there, Narayan are there to take the will of moderation. जो भगवान कितना दूर छोड़कर है पीछे, सुरभि गई. How many are there in Goloka? Unlimited, असंख्य, unlimited. क्या दूध की कमी थी? In the spiritual world, Goloka, each and every word is one is devotee, not 100%, 100% devotees, and they are offering Gopal every morning milk. पहला भोग दूध का लगता है, तो दूध की कमी क्या है? और जब भगवान भौतिक जगत में आते हैं, when come to this world, he is lying down on which ocean? Shiv Sagar. What is the meaning of Shiv? Ocean of milk. So what is the birth of milk for Gopal? जो शिव सागर में लेके उनको दूध की कमी क्या थी? नींद में भी कमांडो में डुबाएंगे तो 25-30 मिनट में खा सकते हैं. और जब नंद बाबा के घर आते तो कितनी गई है दूध की कमी क्या थी? और ऐसा नहीं कि पहली बार दूध पी रहे, 3 साल 2 महीने के लगातार पी रहे. इसलिए भगवान कह रहे हैं कि मैंने तेरे लिए गोलोक की सुरभि गैया को त्याग दिया. I gave up Surbhi cows, their milk, the offering of milk by devotees in Goloka. And when I come to this particular, I lie down on ocean of milk, Shiv Sagar. वो शिव सागर को छोड़कर आया, नंद बाबा की गैयों को छोड़कर गया. और तू कैसी माँ हो? ये अंधा कानून है, ये ना इंसाफ है. 1 लीटर दूध के लिए आप छोड़कर गए, जबकि मेरे सारे दूधों को छोड़कर मेरे पास है. कितने युगों के बाद? 1999. And you are doing it. So Krishna becomes very, very angry when you remove your attention from Krishna's personal service. This is personal service. And that milk is not ordinary milk, not Amul दूध. यशोदा के शरीर से जो दूध निकलता है उसको कहते हैं अमूल दूध, नहीं अमूल दूध. क्या है? अमूल. This is the Amul and Amul. Because this milk is compared to liquid prema. And Krishna is a prema pujari. Prem ke bhuke hai. The only one thing make Krishna dance is prema. Krishna re nachaye, bhakti re nachaye, aapne nache, तीनों नाचे एक स्थान. That is the स्वभाव, nature of prem. चैतन्य चरितामृत हम मिलेगा. Krishna makes everyone dance. एक के लिए कृष्ण आर सारा भूत को जाने जैसे नचाए तारे वैसे करे. He made one dance of Shivji in Mohini Leela. He made dance Indra in Govardhan Leela. He made dance Brahmaji in which Leela? So there is not a single demigod who doesn't dance on the tune of Krishna. He makes everyone dance. एक के लिए कृष्ण और सारा भूत जाने जैसे नचाए तारे वैसे. But when it comes to Braja, everyone makes him dance because their love is pure, unadulterated. That's why Krishna gets angry when there is a what we call lookout. क्या कहते हैं उसको? Lookout क्या कहते हैं? Obstacle. The milk was flowing, the flame was flowing, and that 1 liter milk become obstacle. That's why Krishna become so angry. He destroyed whole milk in the Nanda Baba's house. आप कैसी माँ हो? 1 किलो दूध के लिए मुझे छोड़ कर गए. 1 किलो कुछ है किसके सामने? शिव सागर के सामने. सूर्य देव के दूध के सामने, 9 लाख देवों के दूध के सामने क्या कंपेयर करें? आप 1 किलो दूध. इसलिए भगवान गुस्से हुए. ऐसे भगवान गुस्से कभी होंगे जब भगवान गोपाल को कई जन्मों के बाद 84 जन्म घूमने के बाद उनको गोद में उठाकर यशोदा माई के समान हम दूध पिला रहे हैं. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम गलती से माला छोड़कर जाओगे, भक्तों के सामने छोड़े होंगे, आपके जीवन में उत्पाद जरूर. इसलिए उन भक्तों के जीवन में उत्पाद हो जाए जो वापस नहीं, जिन्होंने एक गलती आदत डाली, जब के समय माला छोड़कर जाना, भक्तों का संग छोड़कर जाना. इसलिए प्रभुपाद इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिया, let everything else wait and they have to wait. We chanting. कथा में बैठे हैं, बाकी सभी चीजें पीछे. तो आजकल यमराज जी ने करा वो मोबाइल पर, यहाँ से कौन उठा के ले जाए? यमराज ने मोबाइल नहीं दिमाग खींच कर लेके जाता है. जैसे बच्चा होता है, स्मॉल चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स क्राइंग, एवरीवन सीज. इसका नमूना रो है, माँ की इज्जत निकालते. ठीक है, बच्चा रोने पर किसकी इज्जत निकालते कि माँ को अक्कल नहीं, इतना ध्यान पूर्वक हम सुन रहे हैं, बच्चे के कारण में सुनने में क्या हो रही है? तकलीफ हो रही है. किसकी इज्जत निकलती? इसलिए माँ बच्चों को लेकर भागते बाहर जाकर कहते हैं, चुम्बन लेते हुए, बेटा चुप हो जाए, मेरी इज्जत मत निकालना. और किस करके उसको साइड करते हैं, ऐसे मोबाइल को बाहर लेके आना था बच्चे के समान, मेरी इज्जत मत निकाल, चुप हो जाए बेटे, उसको साइड करके क्या दवा बच्चे को. So that's how powerful is inattention. What Yamaraj can do, can't do, what Jambutat can do, because they are not going to touch you when you are sitting in that katha. On the contrary, they become happy because of this person. We are getting chance to hear Krishna katha for so many lifetimes. Because in Naraka or in Swarga there is no Krishna katha. Krishna katha is only nothing. That is all about you. So जो भी करना है वो बात कहते हैं, let everything else wait, and they have to wait. पानी पीने के लिए नहीं जाना है. जब पानी पीने के लिए बाहर जाओगे तो आपको remember who? परीक्षित महाराज. परीक्षित महाराज पानी पीने के लिए गए थे, वापस नहीं आए. ऐसे वापस नहीं आए. इसलिए right in front of my eyes in 35 years we have lost will take dermatologist. ज्वाइन करने से आज तक के मुझे हमारा कैसे है सो क्यों क्योंकि जब के समय इस सबूत कर जाने की समझ आता है हाँ हाँ नजर आती इट्स स्लो प्रोसेस स्लो पॉइजन स्लो बॉल इफेक्ट कोई टेरेस पे गया मतलब टेरेस से ऊपर नहीं गया कोई चौपाटी गया उसका चोर चौपट हो इसलिए भी केयरफुल बड़े धोखे हैं इस रास्ते में because one Bharat Maharaj, he was on the stage. Only one stair he was supposed to climb. That is a prayer. But नजर हटी दुर्घटना घटी भरत महाराज किसके लिए गए थे जंगल में जंगल को क्या कहते हैं फॉरेस्ट में मतलब क्या है फॉर रेस्ट के लिए नहीं गए he went in search of most dear भगवान को most dear करने के लिए क्या कहते हैं he went in search of most dear he was supposed to put 100% attention on most dear but unfortunately out of false compassion he started paying more attention on dear तो most dear की खोज में गए थे लेकिन dear पे ध्यान करने लगे और खुद dear बन गए इसलिए my dear devotees कितने dear आ गए इसमें 4 dear गए थे most dear पड़ गए dear के प्रेम में खुद बन गए dear इसलिए my dear devotees don't take this risk. इस सांप सीढ़ी के समय snake can be ladder देखा you are on 98 one wrong move you come to 0 like that you don't know how many lifetimes you are going to do एक गलती जो भक्त महाराज की 3 जन्म में है a small deviation. So just imagine the blunder we are committing in our spiritual life. How many more lifetimes you are going to take to perfect our life? So be careful. Don't be inattentive. Inattention का मतलब क्या है? Inattention. तो टेंशन लेना नहीं, टेंशन देना है. Attentive chanting is an invitation for self-control. So what is the solution? Pay attention. बाकी करते समय कितना अटेंटिव होते थोड़ी भी होते तो स्टार्ट गिविंग तो एक साइड खून से लथपथ है तो क्या करना है कम से कम अगले साइड में क्या होना है जो हो गया you have to be now careful how to do our constant loving endeavor 10.10 Pesham Sapatyuttana Bhagavam with intensity, consistently, out of love and for my satisfaction. These 4 things is a sign of paying attention. Consistency, intensity, out of love and for satisfaction of Krishna and Krishna. जितना हम खुद के खुशी के लिए करेंगे उसको कहेंगे खुद खुशी क्या कहेंगे उसको तो खुद खुशी मतलब मनुष्य जीवन में गया राधा कृष्ण हो गया जानिए शुक्रिया बीच so meditate contemplate ponder on this particular topic then that shloka applies in your life Raj Vidya protection or Susukam. This is the simplest, most enjoyable process. Other processes are creation of the problem. But if you are able to do, you are going to miss the best. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Guru ke Prabhu Naam Sankirtan ki. Guru Tribhuvan Naam Sankirtan ki. So take out your mobile and go to YouTube channel, Sudama official. There are 225 lectures just on Hindi, 35 6 minutes. So that आपके 35 साल बर्बाद हुआ। ये सारे टॉपिक उसमें है। जो टॉपिक हमने चर्चा किया इन टेक्निकली इट्स 8 days प्रोग्राम। तो ध्यान पूर्वक जब कैसे करना है ये आदि का पिछले में आ रहे बाद में वर्तमान में रहकर कैसे जब करना है, सही भावना से वर्तमान में रहकर जब करना है with proper consciousness and by being present how to chant. That is all. Like this, more than 15-20 topics are there in relation to subscribe it, and if you go to video section you get the 20 minutes. ठीक है, इसको शेयर करो। शेयर क्यों करना है? क्योंकि हम शेयर के बच्चे हमें वंशो ताकि कोई माइक का दिखेगा इसके जीवन में टेंशन ना हो। हर कोई टेंशन में है जाने के बाद, हर कोई भयभीत है। Everyone is fearful, everyone is disturbed. These are not symptoms of bhakti. That's what Prabhupada says, 2.66. Why it is a fleeting of mind? Because we are not focused on ultimate goal of life. What is the ultimate goal of life? Hari Bol, यही है ultimate goal. The more you pay attention, you are focused. So what is the name of channel? Sudama Das Official. S-U-D-A-M-A Sudama Das Official. Subscribe it and try to send as many devotees as possible because we want happy struggling devotees. That Krishna wants. Struggle is there, but you have to be happy. So how you are going to be happy? By paying attention, by giving present to Krishna. You are enjoying present moment. That is happiness in Krishna consciousness. Understood? You don't have to become absent-minded. Absent-minded का मतलब क्या होता है? महात्मा नहीं बन पाएंगे। अब से नहीं बन पाएंगे। So you come to this path to become Mahatma, sadhu. So by paying attention, our constant loving endeavor is going to attract more. Thank you very much. कितने सब्सक्राइब किया? मुझे फेमस करने के लिए भगवान का नाम कितना मधुर है, कितना सुंदर है, मधुरम मधुरति। उसको लेने की विधि क्या है? कि अलग अंदाज से मुंबई की कबूली भाषा में, सिंपल भाषा में, आजकल के उदाहरण देकर इतने सरल भाषा में हमने इसको प्रेजेंट किया है। By taking all confusion, all misconception regarding spiritual life, chanting, प्रश्नों को लेकर हमने लेक्चर शुरू किया। ठीक है, तो सारी जितनी मिसकंसेप्शन है, डाउट्स है, सब क्लियर करने का हमें प्रयास है। ठीक है, तो आज का डाउट क्या था? इतना सुंदर महामंत्र है, इतना सुंदर प्रोसेस है, ग्रेटेस्ट परंपरा इज देयर, ग्रेटेस्ट मंत्र इज देयर, even Mahaprabhu himself gave me this parampara, but still why devotees are doing it? This was a doubt in the mind. क्यों जा रहे लोग? कहते हैं दो बच्चे बताए, स्नोबॉल हिल बताए, जिससे पता चलेगा 10-15 साल के बाद लोग कब तो फर्स्ट टाइम वन टाइम प्रोग्राम 5,000 people, after 1 month 500, after 6 months 50 people, after 1 year 5 people. कहाँ गए वो लोग? एक प्रश्न हुआ है, इसलिए हमने इसका पोस्टमार्टम किया। ठीक है, वैसे सब चीजों का पोस्टमार्टम 225 दिन चला। सुनिए और सुनाइए ध्यानपूर्वक। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। सबको अच्छा लगा टॉपिक? क्या बोल हरि बोल तो हरि बोल। ये कल दवाई की पोस्टमार्टम का एक्सरे निकाला है, इसको ध्यानपूर्वक समझिए, contemplate, meditate, ponder, deliberate, invite and share maximum number of years. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki.
Thanks a lot for giving insights of this attention. So let's chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra so that Prabhuji keep coming to our center and also his health and also his future endeavors in teaching. And here, Prabhuji has most of us the teaching like leaders and others are there. It's very nice topic we have used today. And also, let's subscribe to this channel.
Sudama
And also spread this. And so that we make Prabhuji so famous.
I want to make Krishna famous. Sudama is not so good.